So this is my first time vlogging or talking to a camera or any of the above. So everybody bear with me. Yeah, I guess I'll do this at work, but it's different at home. I'm literally in my pajamas. My face is not together. My hair is just not even, there's no comb, there's nothing. So this is gonna be weird, and I'm gonna do my best to make it fun. Okay, so I'm just being me. I'm gonna get used to it. I like to give information. I like to give everybody tips and tricks. I do that with my friends all the time, so I have no idea why I can't just talk, right? So pretty much my vlog is gonna be about lifestyle, fashion, just spilling the tea about what's going on, whatever projects I'm working on, whatever I'm doing as my normal, life things, how I balance it, because I don't, that's it, I don't. Okay, so beauty, even though I don't look too beautiful right this second, let me say that, but absolutely, I'll give you guys my tips and tricks. Everything's different for everybody, but I learn a lot from other vloggers. I try stuff that they use or or they've done, so I feel like, why don't we just do that together too? So of course I had to write everything down so I don't forget anything on my fabulous, remarkable. I don't know if you ever seen this before, but basically it's like a digital notepad. I house like my projects in it. It's super convenient. It's like the lightest thing. It's not super heavy. You write on it with this like kind of has a little weight to it. It's the little pencil to it. You're literally in your handwriting, or you can change it into real type. So it's just convenient. I use it for work. I use it for my personal things. Super fun. I love technology, so I'm always gonna probably have something cool to tell you guys about, or how I use it. Let me say that. I don't know every spec about it. I don't know how to use everything about this, but how I use it, I will definitely let you know. So right now I'm kind of on the notepad, which is in my Scrabble, and I wrote down everything that we're gonna talk about pretty much with the vlog, and I'm gonna give you guys 10 fun facts about me today, so just so you can get to know me and we can get started and you guys can see what shenanigans I'm up to. All right, so we'll definitely do some cooking, because again, this is breakfast with Miss Shine. Of course, I'm Miss Shine, right? That's what everybody calls me, or they call me Tiff, but most people call me Miss Shine. We'll definitely have some breakfast. That is my absolute favorite meal of the day, of the night, of the anything, right? So I'm gonna do some cooking today. I'm gonna make some breakfast. I'm gonna start off with my coffee. Life does not start without coffee, period. Then of course I'm going to probably just show like some pictures, or like talk about a little bit, not a lot on this channel, but talk about my motorcycle. I won't show it too much on this channel. I'll have another channel for that, because motorcycle enthusiasts are serious. Okay, so you'll just know about it. I won't put a lot on it, right? Definitely going to talk about life, love life. That's pretty private to me. I might ask you guys questions, so don't get me wrong. I will ask you guys questions, what you deal with or what you do in certain situations. I don't know if I'm gonna discuss what I do, because I'm pretty complicated and I can be a real, what, sometimes. But all in all, I'm not. I'm usually pretty chill and nice, but sometimes I'm a little too passive because I have too many things to deal with. All right. For sure, we're gonna talk about shows and movies. I don't know if you can see in the background, but I have Power Book 3 with Kanan. I watch that every Sunday morning because you know I get to see it early. So I already watched episode 9. So good. So we will absolutely talk about that. I love like anything that has like a crime show, mobsters. That's my thing. That's my thing. Other than that, what do I watch? That's not the Food Network. I've been watching that since I was a little girl. I have to watch certain shows. I watch The Kitchen. I watch Beat Bobby Flay. I can't catch too many of the good shows anymore, so I just try to keep my eye on certain shows. I do watch, I love QVC, so I watch In the Kitchen with David sometimes because he shows me how to use the appliances. Okay, so sometimes I watch that, and then I'll show you guys like the things that I get from QVC because I don't get a lot of things, but I get a lot of kitchen appliances from them because one, they always work really well, good quality, and number two, the price is always good. And then if you don't want to pay the whole thing, you don't have to. Okay, you might not want to. And then 3, they show you how to use it. So if you go on Best Buy, they're not gonna show you how to use it. So QVC shows me how to use it. Okay, so let's get started. We are going to first make coffee. Okay, so I use my Keurig. So I don't know if you guys can see it. This is, hold on, let's flip you around here. Okay, it doesn't want to. All right, so here is my Keurig. Of course, you put the pot in here, which I have. And then it definitely has to have water in the reservoir. I hope it goes because I don't feel like putting more water in there. Here is where you froth. You use this little cup. You sit it here, it has like a magnet, so then it kind of stirs the cream or milk or whatever you put in here, and then you tell it like basically what level to make it on. Latte, if it's cold, if it's cappuccino. I always want my cream hot, so, and I always put it on latte, by the way. So let's get to making our coffee. It's gonna be so good, and I'll show you how pretty it looks in my pretty clear cup. So hold on. It's like these double barrel clear coffee cups that I got from Marshall's. I think they were $9.99 for 4. So definitely check them out. The company is Joy Jolt. I don't know them, but I love these cups. Clear glass. They make your coffee look so good that you cannot resist it. So I don't know why I do this, but I'm gonna pour my cream in here. I don't pour that much. Doesn't need that much. I always get French vanilla. I don't ever change it. I've tried other flavors and they just don't taste as good as the French vanilla for some reason. It has like the correct amount of sugar. It just comes out perfect. So let's get our coffee going. We have to turn our machine on. Done. Come on. It's starting. Let's see if it lets me make another cup without filling the reservoir. It's probably not. I can already see. Usually what happens is the top part flashes and it's like, hi, I'm ready to make coffee for you. And it ain't flashing. So it's probably trying to figure out how much water it has. It's pretty intelligent, I guess. I'm scared it's not enough coffee. my step stool, so obviously, you know, I'm short. I need the step stool to do anything in here. Oh, there we go. Let's see. It's calming down. The water is boiling. Let's try this again. We're lucky. It's gonna make my coffee. I'm gonna put it on 8 ounces because I don't want to overfill that cup. It's not super big. I probably can make 10 ounces, but I want to make sure there's enough room for the cream. So I always make 8. It smells so good. And I love that it only makes 1 cup. I don't need a whole pot of coffee. I'll probably drink it all. So, it's almost done. If you guys don't have a Keurig, I've been having one for so many years. I don't know how to live without it. So now I'm gonna start the cream. I'm gonna put it on latte. The first thing it's gonna do is heat it up, and then the second it will spin, and then it will froth, and it's super frothy and foamy when it's done. I will show you as soon as we're finished. Don't mind my little decorative item there on the table. Sometimes when it's hot, it just falls down because I don't have it nailed down. I don't want holes in it. So let me put this up to chop for my breakfast. So I'm gonna make potatoes with onion, and I'm gonna make eggs, and then let me see what I have for some sausage. I usually get the cage-free eggs. That's why they're brown. You can get the cage-free eggs that aren't brown. Doesn't matter. But I always just buy cage-free eggs. I'm only gonna make 2 because sometimes I don't eat them all because I don't know. Here's my sausage. They're little sausage patties. They are pork. They're not turkey. I usually get turkey. Turkey bacon and turkey sausage, but they are so good. I forgot the name of them. They're from Smart and Final, and they come in a box. They taste really good. They're not super greasy, and I usually make them in the oven because I'll cook like the potatoes and the eggs first, and then put the sausage in the oven so I don't have to watch it and it's not splashing all over me. All right, so before we get any of the food started, let me get my coffee. Then once I have everything started, I can go over my 10 fun facts. All right, so here's our frothy milk, okay? So here's my coffee, and watch the magic happen. Look how it separates at the top. I don't know how to make the pretty shapes. I don't know what I'm doing, okay? Just something I like. Delish. My coffee was Donut Shop. I get it from Walmart. I'm gonna buy a big box of it so I don't have to go often because I drink coffee too much. So, cheers to all the coffee drinkers. And anybody that comes to my house, they ask for this coffee. It's just good. Okay, so let me get my cutting board, wash off my potato, and then we're about to get started. Hold on. Okay, we're back. So I'm gonna put a little bit of foil. I think I'm not supposed to put foil in here. This is some new heavy duty iron pan that you can actually make cookies in, and they're not supposed to stick. Should I just try out the non-stick thing? I I hate for my pants to get yuckies. I'm scared, guys. What should I do? Put it down and fall down. Let's put the doggone phone here. I'll leave these out for a few minutes so they can thaw more. You see? Bam. So, from here, I'm gonna cut up my potatoes so they can start and take the longest, right? Here we go. Okay. So I like thyme in my potatoes, period. Right? So how I cut up my potato, I only make one. I'm only one person. So I make one potato. It makes a lot to me because I can't eat it all. So I'm gonna start slicing this way, and I'll turn you guys down so you can see, because let's cut this off. I hate that. I'm gonna cut it in little squares because that's the only way I know how to make the squares. It's okay. So I don't know how big that is, but that's kind of how thick I want them. Don't cut your hand off. Okay, so here, pretty much. Little squares, something like that. Let me know if you guys make yours like this, or send me a new trick. This is just my lazy way to make them. And they come out good every time. Heat up my pan. It's a little high when I first turn it on, because I want them to brown a little bit. Here's my oil sprayer. Okay. Also, QVC, right? Convenient. I'll tell you guys about that more one day. So, one quick fun fact that I have for you guys. I don't know if you were able to guess, but I'm obviously not 20 something, right? And unfortunately I passed the 30s. I probably need to redo the 30-year-old time. But I am 43. Ooh, I just turned 43 in August. My birthday is in Leo season, so I'm Leo. Hi, and shout out to all the Leos. I will talk about that a lot. I love helping people decipher other people's Leo-isms. They're not the easiest people to deal with, but the reason is because we're so generous and people take advantage of it. So that's usually why our attitudes are like terrible. I watch a lot of YouTube about my horoscope because I love it. So hence the animal print PJs, right? Okay, so my pan is heating. It has a little oil in it. Bam, has oil in it. Once it gets a little hot, then I'll put the potatoes in. They will start to cook. They'll get a little bit brown on one side. I'll season them and then we'll put the top on. All right, so let's heat up the oven because we have to. in order to cook our meat. The second thing I have to do is cut up some onion. I don't put a lot, I just put a little bit because I like that little extra taste in the onion. So let's see. Ignore my shorts. My shorts are cute, but of course I have to have something black underneath and look crazy. Let's see what we're gonna do with these onions. What do you guys put in your potatoes that's different? I know cheese, right? Like a lot of times I'll make them if I have to make them for a lot of people. So I'll make the potatoes, and what I'll do is I'll put them on a sheet pan and I'll put them in the oven. So, and then I'll throw cheese on top. Yes, which is so good. I like them like that. Bacon probably will be so good. I'm trying to think of things that I eat like when I go to a restaurant and have breakfast. I had the best breakfast when I went to Atlanta recently. Like, the food was so good every single day. I hate for my whole refrigerator to smell like onions. So I'm gonna put it in a little plastic bag. Again, I didn't cut a lot. I'll show you guys right now. Oh, we have to take a sip at all times. So, not a thick piece and not a whole lot. Okay, now it's hot, I can feel it. Let's put these in. It's gonna make noise. As Chef Adam Burrell would say, brown food is good. You probably already noticed that I don't take the skin off. I don't actually like the skin. If you don't like it, like, take it off. Kill them. Maybe I'm just being lazy. So we're gonna let that cook. I'm gonna throw in some onion. I'll do that when it's time for it to cook a little bit longer so it doesn't overcook, because right now it's kind of hot, extra hot. Love it, love it, love it. Delicious. So this is gonna cook. It's not gonna cook with the top. The top goes on when I want them to cook inside. So we won't do that. So let's go to the next fun fact. Fun facts, fun facts. One fun fact is I always have something playing in my head, like a song, and I'm always dancing. So, fun fact about me while I throw in my let's see. Let me pick the next one. Okay, so of course I have it written down here so I won't forget. I'm from Los Angeles, California. It doesn't matter what city we live in. If you know anybody, or let's say this, if you know someone, then that means you probably know what city they live in. But if you meet people from Los Angeles and we know you're not from here, we just say we're from LA. So I'm gonna do the same. I'm from LA. And I've been here most of my life. I was born in the Bay, which I don't tell everybody. No reason. It's just I didn't live there that long. So I was born there. We lived there when I was a little girl, and then we just kind of left and went to Georgia. So my mom was young, so we kind of moved around a lot. And then we lived in Savannah, Georgia. I went to school there, so you'll hear my accent come out a lot. But I've been living in California so long that it just goes away after a while, right? But we lived here. We lived in Savannah when I was little. I remember first and second grade there very vividly. Not sure how long before that we lived there, but we lived there a while. And then we actually took the bus I will never forget that in my entire life. We took the bus all the way to California and we never left. So I went to school here too, obviously. I won't say where because everybody says weird things about what schools I went to. So if you know me, then you know what school I went to, and that's why. It's not interesting. So that is my fun fact. I'm in LA. I love being here. The weather is the bomb. It's never really too cold. It does get hot. Nobody been out lying and say that. It absolutely gets hot. It was actually recently like 90 last weekend, I think. It was terrible. So that's just a little fact about Los Angeles. I do go out, but not. I don't. I'm gonna say since COVID, I definitely don't hang out like that. But normally, I would go to like bars or like little bar hangout spots because I'm not. I don't have to go out. I did that so much when I was younger that I'm not thirsty. It's fine to hang out with my friends, but I'm not thirsty to go out like that. I really like to chill. Go out to eat, of course. Everybody likes to do that here. We have so many places to eat. It's ridiculous. And a lot of them are super pretty and outdoorsy, and we like all that. So a lot of times we all do stuff like that. Let me see. Oh, let's go to the next one. I kind of mentioned this earlier when the vlog started. Again, and I'm just mixing up the potatoes. They're about to get brown, I'm sure. So I'm just mixing around the time while they're cooking. And plus I want them to get a little bit more of that oil. I'm going to put just a little bit more, spray a little bit more. I just want to make sure I have enough. Okay. So as we sip coffee, not tea today. I'm very, very super duper shy. Nobody thinks that's true. I only talk a lot to certain people, and then people that I don't know, I probably don't say anything because I'm shy. So doing this vlog is huge for me. But I want to get out of my shyness. I want to be able to share with people like things that I want to know. So I'm gonna get out of it. It's done. I'm tired of it. I'm old already. Like, why am I shy? Stupid. So I wanted to say real quick some inspiring. I'm gonna have to go with the ladies because I've been following them for a little while now. So some inspiring ladies that are on YouTube that kind of show me that like just do it. Like, it doesn't matter. Just be yourself. I think that's the main thing, right? Just be yourself. Be who you are. Be genuine. And just start talking. It doesn't matter what you're talking about. It's all interesting because it's not our life, right? So when I look at other YouTubers, I'm like, wow, you go there or you do that. Like, that's interesting to me. Like, oh, what did you pick up? Like, I'm super interested in what they purchased or what they're about to go do. Like, where are they hanging out? Where are they eating at? A lot of the vloggers are not in Los Angeles that I follow. So I'm going to say the one that I do follow, which is Simply Tangi J. I'm watching the food places. Okay, I'm trying to figure it out. I'm writing them down, girl. But she has absolutely inspired me too because she's pretty like chill and calm, and she's like, hey, this is what I'm doing today. I'm wearing something real simple, or I'm jazzing it up because I'm going out. So I like to see her fashions. I like to see her luxury purchases, all that good stuff. It's cute. Queen Sid is probably the first YouTuber that I started watching. She's not shy at all. Super fun. Her energy is the bomb. She's always super positive. She rides motorcycles, so I think she is the shit on her road glide as a woman. So that's why I'm following her. Shout out to Queen Sit. And then Gina Janine in Houston. I know that was weird. She mentioned, like, why were we all watching? Like, why did we want to see her looking at houses? I actually wanted to see the houses she was looking at too. And I was like, how, a lot of people tell me, like, oh, you should move to Texas. And I'm like, for what? I want to move to Texas. However, I always knew that they have way more options of houses. Like, we live in matchboxes out here, and we pay probably double what they pay out there. So I did want to see what the houses look like. I wanted to see, like the places that she goes, because if I did want to move, I need a preview. I can't just do it. I'm not gonna just step out there and go to somewhere I don't even know what it is. Okay. All right. So those were just a few YouTubers that inspired me. I watch many other YouTubes, but at the top of my brain, those are the ladies that inspired me to want to do this vlog. Matter of fact, not to just do one, but to do two. So the Riding with Miss Shine will be coming shortly. And then I may do one with one of my friends. So we haven't figured that out yet. So just know that that's coming. It's going to be about motorcycle stuff. So definitely won't have it on this channel. We'll be doing our lifestyle here. But I'll kind of show you glimpses of what we look like, what we're doing. I'll show you a little bit of my struggle bus. I'm a new writer, so it's kind of fun to try to understand. And one of my friends, we talk to each other a lot about, like, oh, you could do this. Oh, you can raise your floorboard up, and so you can pull up your kickstand, like, because you're short, and like all these little tips and tricks. They're all helpful, so you guys won't want to know all about that. But I'll show you a little clip of it every now and then. So we got 3 fun facts all the way done, already done. So my next one is very obvious. I like to cook. I don't know what you guys like to cook. So comment below and tell me what you like to cook. What are your favorites? Again, breakfast with Miss Shine is always gonna be. It's probably gonna be breakfast, but don't get me wrong. We don't talk about everything, but breakfast is my favorite, so I had to highlight that, and I had to highlight coffee. My favorite things. So if you guys want to share with me what you guys like to cook, what you guys like to do at home, this is probably my favorite. And by the way, I have a roast marinating in the refrigerator, so I'm gonna make that in the Instapot tonight. Instapot makes, it makes your food so fast. Number one, so moist, tender, juicy, and flavorful. I'm not even, mind you guys, I'm not sponsored by anybody. But if something works, I will tell you guys. And again, I learned from Kitty Sing. They told me to get it. But once I used it, it was like, I can't live without this thing. So I had to buy my auntie one. I also can't live without my air fryer. I don't make any wings. I ain't frying, deep frying, nothing. That grease ain't popping on me, none of that. And it ain't going in my belly. So that's 2 things. It ain't popping on me, and it ain't going in my belly. It's going in the air fryer. That's crispy enough for me. I season them up real good. So our papas are still cooking. They're browning slowly, so I'll probably have the fire too low, like on the low. But at this point, they're getting a little bit, I'll call it translucent, because they do get a little bit like clearish when they start cooking a little bit more. So I like to do a couple seasonings, right? I think I season everything with this. Sorry, but it's my favorite. My grandfather was from Louisiana, and he always used Tony Chasseret seasoning. He would have every last one of them. So I season probably everything with this. It doesn't have a lot of salt. Even though it's like orangey, like seasoning salt, it's not salty. So, which I don't want my food salty, but I always put like a splash of seasoning salt too because it's not super salty. So, bam. A little bit of seasoning salt. Potatoes need a lot of love, okay? And then we're gonna do a little black pepper. Yep, I get it from the 99-cent store. I go in there and I stock up. Like, it looks like I need to stock up very soon. Right now, because I am low. How low can you go? How low can you go? So now I'm stirring just the stirring seasoning. Guess what I'm gonna do now? Throwing those onions. Okay. Throwing those onions. Delicious. Watch, it's gonna taste. The notch is gonna go up just with the onion. And the time, okay, and the time, okay? I put onion in. I don't know if anybody else does that. It does seem like very savory, like it wouldn't be like breakfasty because of the time. Everybody puts onions and usually like bell peppers in the potatoes. Sometimes I don't put nothing. I just season them and I make them. But I like to have a little onion. So now we're gonna let it cook. Cover it with the top. I'm gonna turn them down a little bit because I don't want them to overcook. They will burn. So our oven is heated up now and I can throw in the sausage. Put it on the second shelf. So the last thing I have is gonna be the eggs, right? So it's gonna be kind of like a little bowl because I'm gonna put the potatoes underneath. I'm gonna put eggs and then I'm gonna put sausage on top, and then you know I gotta put my hot sauce on it. Okay, put a little hot sauce. So let's throw away these tongue twigs. We still have a lot to discuss, right? So I told you I love to cook. We're on number 5, I think. We're halfway through my fun facts. So the next one is, I kind of told you already. I have a motorcycle. I have a Harley. I just didn't, I'm not riding a street bike. It doesn't feel comfortable with me. I didn't want to leave over. I didn't want to do any of that. I didn't even ride that in my motorcycle class. So, I actually bought the motorcycle before I took the class. Period. It is a lot. It was a lot. It's a 2019 Harley Road King. It's big. It's called a touring bike, meaning you're gonna ride it for long periods of time, cross country, whatever. I'm not riding that long. Period. I just can't. I'm gonna leave that to the boys and the ladies that are beasts. I'm not, honey, cause Queen said to get on that bike, honey. But I ain't gonna do it. So I will be a local rider. I will be a fair weather rider, as my friend says. And I will not ride in all terrains. I will stay safe and stay cute, right? I gotta stay cute. But it's fun. You do have to learn how to stay safe on it. You do have to kind of deal with balancing the bike because I'm so short. I'm in the middle of trying to get it lowered and get it fixed up. I bought a whole mess of stuff for it. So I'll be trying to get it lowered as soon as possible so I can get back on it and I can sit with my feet flat on the ground. That's so important. So I'm so short. If I was like 5'5" and probably a little teeny bit heavier, because it's so good if you can weigh the bike down. I rode with someone was teaching me how to ride. They rode behind me and the bike was way down. I was like, yes, let's get it. So it's just feeling comfortable. It has nothing to do with if you can do it or not. People ride on their tippy toes all the time. It's just me, like I'm a control freak, and if I don't feel super comfortable, I'm gonna feel like I don't want to do it. So that's just my way to feel good about it. So shout out to anyone that rides, and any ladies that ride that are small. You know the struggle bus, right? But we get over it. The more comfortable you get, the more fun it is. I even took another class after my official class, and it was so fun to ride. Going fast, you just feel like you could do anything. It's fun. What other fun facts do I have next? I do work a 9-to-5 job. I actually work a lot of hours. A lot. I'll be working today. I don't know if you guys can see my little setup right here behind on my shoulder. My laptop, I have like an extra screen, so I can have 2 screens. I have 2 screens at work, so I'll have an extra screen, and that is just so I can get some items done, because tomorrow is going to be off the hinges busy. So I probably won't discuss like what it is, because maybe after all this pandemic-y things are over, we'll talk about it. I'll talk about it in a story time, maybe. Bam. And then next, oh my gosh, where are we at now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we're at 7, I think. I am right now, let me say right now. I am right now and forever. As long as I live. Right now, I'm the only child again. I was the only child till I was 10 years old. Then my mom had my brother. And my brother, of course, obviously I'm 10 years older than him. My brother passed away in 2016. So I'm the only child again. So it's actually fine. My mom is older now. She is, I think she's gonna be 60. And it's fine. It's fine. I'll talk about what happened to my brother one day to you guys. It's very disturbing for me, so it ain't easy. But I'll try to do a story time for that too. If you guys are interested, I know you guys have close family and friends and things like that. It's hard to talk about, so you already know. You already know. And I was so much older than him, I was kind of like a second mom, you know, or, you know, big sister. And now it's just me. So next one is, well, we're talking about family, right? I don't have any kids. I don't. So I don't think I'm gonna have any, and it's okay. So we'll talk about that one day too. It is okay. I always wanted a little girl my whole life. But I always, let me clarify, I never ever just wanted a child, because I was in a single mom household. So I never ever wanted a child. I always wanted a family, and I always wanted a little girl in my family. So if family never presented itself, I don't want to be a single mom. I already lived through it, so that was just my choice, and it's okay. So now it'll just be me and my little baby outside. We'll do it that way, right? And I love other people's kids, so maybe that's my thing, is I love to be an auntie. I'm fine with that too. So my next item is travel. I'm gonna have so many vlogs about travel, you guys don't even understand. I didn't go a lot of places this year, but I went a decent amount of places for it to be a pandemic. I went to some of these places that nobody, we go here all the time. We live in LA, everybody lives in Vegas, okay? I went to Vegas. I had a super good time. I did a lot. It was like the most power punch 2 days of your whole life, okay? I went there. I went to Sacramento on a road trip. Here's another fun fact about me. I don't really like road trips, y'all. I don't like riding in the car. I want to get there as fast as possible because I like to enjoy myself. However, Road trips are needed sometimes. I hate riding in the car. When I was little, I used to ride in the car. We used to go on road trips all the time. So I don't like riding in the car, but I will if needed. When we get there, it's fun. I just don't like riding. It's boring. And if I have to drive, I get sleepy. So I don't like it. But again, I do it. Where else did I go this year? I went to Miami. Miami is my favorite domestic vacation ever. I will probably retire there. That's how much I love it. I love Miami. I love the weather. I know it's hot and sticky. I know. But when I leave Miami, my skin is on 10. I don't know if you guys have that same situation. I mean, I don't even need to put lotion on. My skin is on, it's like a constant, what is the facial steam? Constantly a facial steam. What? Don't you want to stay young? Please. Constant facial steam. So I love it. I love all the delicious seafood. Seafood is my absolute favorite. I could live off of seafood. So I love Miami. I did go to Prime. What is it? Prime Steakhouse? Prime 112? Prime something. Prime Steakhouse for sure. I know it's a steakhouse. The best meal ever. And we had the best waiter. That probably made the food taste better. When you have good service and like giving you tips, what should you get? He had all the tips and was able to like convey what the flavor was gonna be like, what, you know, toppings and seasonings they put it in to make it taste good, and how it's cooked. Best waiter ever, and most delicious. It was like an early dinner, so it was the best. I would absolutely go again. I'm gonna turn this down. It's still hot. It's a little too hot. Okay. So, where else delicious did I eat? I did not have good Cuban food, by the way, when I went. I have to go back. Whatever. I'll go back. You don't have to kill me to do that. Where else did I go? I went to the ATL. I told y'all already. That breakfast and that. Ooh, Lord. The breakfast and the food. I actually went to a motorcycle event. We went and hung out. We did a bunch of stuff in a few days. Power packed days. I had a chill day like the Sunday before I left, and I'll talk to you about that again another day. But it was so fun. I didn't get a lot of footage. That would have been fun. I'll start taking you guys along on some of these voyages that I take. Where else did I go? I feel like I went somewhere else and I can't remember. But I went a few places. I couldn't stay in the house anymore, okay? We was locked down so long. It was time to go outside. Get vaccinated and go outside, okay? Doesn't mean you won't get it, but guess what? You shouldn't, let me say that. You shouldn't need the ICU. You shouldn't need all that, so I was able to stay safe. I can say, like, I went places where people did not wear a mask. But I never, like, stood directly in front of anybody to talk. I had times where I didn't wear the mask and times where I would absolutely wear the mask. But what I did was I would continue to keep distance. I went to the outlets at Cabazon. If anybody knows about that, you know that's luxury shopping. The wait was 1 hour and 2 hours to get in each store, but it was some good old shopping. And that's probably about an hour and a half away from LA with the traffic. I mean, probably doesn't take that long. Everything takes longer. You go 15 miles, it's an hour out here. So Amazon on the weekend, It takes me about an hour and a half to get there with traffic. And I think it took me maybe like an hour, little over an hour to get home because the traffic was gone. It was the best ever. But again, do what you gotta do. Go outside. A lot of us been going outside, but I'll start sharing my outside events soon. Okay, so we did travel. Oh, my favorite places. I forgot to say. Okay, we talked about Miami, right? Miami is my favorite. My favorite. My other places that I've been to. Let me first say, and I'll talk about this a lot too. I am a cruise connoisseur. I love me a cruise. You know why? A lot of people don't like it. I like it because one, somebody cleans my room immaculately every day. Immaculately. They make sure you're comfortable. They even have room service on the cruise. And you don't even need it because you eat too much. The food is outstanding. I think just the customer service for everybody is great. The other piece that I like is they've already planned out what I need to do, what I can do on the cruise. I don't have to go there and Google it, and I don't gotta do that. I just get on, I tear off the itinerary and pick one. Any, many, money, mo. What do I want to go do? Do I want to go to the club tonight? Which club do I want to go to? Because there's always more than one on Royal Caribbean. Or what activities I want to do? Do I want to go zip lining, rock climbing? Do I want to go to a wine tasting, vodka tasting? Do I want to hear some comedy? It's just plenty of things to do. And I really like that. And I feel like I'm on vacation. I'm not talking to people. I did get Wi-Fi the last time I was on the cruise, but you know what? I still wasn't really talking to people. I was like, just talk to me when my cruise is over. I mean, I was already with friends that I would normally talk to anyway, so it was all good to me. But it's fantastic. It's so fun to me. I don't mind the short, day stay at the islands because I want to go more than one place in a short period of time. I have plenty of vacation, but I don't get to take a vacation all the time from work. It's super busy all the time. So when I do, I'm trying to pack it with fun, with different experiences. And for me, the cruise does that. And then if I don't even want to get off, I don't even have to. I can just stay on and go do stuff on the boat, go relax, go to the pool, go to the adult side so you don't have to be with all the children. You could do that too. I do that. And they're over there drinking. Yes. Towels, everything is fresh and clean all the time. The cruise is for me, honey. I'm sorry. But my favorite places to go on the cruise, pretty much almost every cruise that you go to that leaves from Florida, it'll go to the Bahamas most of the time. But I really like it. Remember, I don't go to these places 10 times a year. I go to them like once a year. So I love to revisit and say like, okay, let me do something different this time. So I actually appreciate going to the Bahamas. I love it. It's so pretty. My other ultimate favorite place that was the most beautiful so far to me is Aruba. I would even say Aruba was more beautiful than Turks and Caicos. They're both pretty, but Aruba was like, just picture like a postcard. It was right there. You were at the postcard. You were there. So for me, it is the best ever. So pretty. So I love that. But you'll learn more about my travels really soon. I love it. I like short trips, but to be honest, I'll hit the East Coast in 2 seconds. I love New York. I love jumping on the train. I like getting everywhere. I like going to the Village. That's my favorite, y'all. Going to the Village in New York. The best shopping, right? All the way from vintage to brand new luxury, honey, all that. And then I'll usually walk to Little Italy and go eat. I will tell y'all all about this stuff. Even if I don't go, comment below if you guys want to kind of hear a story time about maybe some traveling destinations that I've been, so you can kind of know where to go when you get there. I did that with one of my. I hope you guys enjoyed my first vlog. Please comment below, subscribe, and like, and please share with anybody you think that'll be interested. I'll try to make sure that you guys get some new content very soon, at least once a week, but I'll have something to share with you very soon. I'm thinking about doing a Fashion Nova jean haul soon, so stay tuned. Thank you. Bye.